Hello, and welcome back to Mr. B Teaches History. Today's lecture will focus on the major political movements and acts that took place during the 1920s. So let's get started. Republicans controlled the Congress and the presidency throughout the decade, but they started to accept the idea of limited government regulation in the economy to help stabilize businesses. Progressive-era regulatory commissions were more sympathetic to businesses in the 1920s and felt it was better for the general public if businesses and the pursuit of profits took the lead in developing the nation. Warren G. Harding was a compromise choice for the Republican Party to run for president in 1920, and he promised a return to normalcy after all the chaos of the war the previous 4 years. He realized he was limited in his abilities and appointed men who he thought would make up for his inadequacies. Harding pretty much rubber-stamped all the laws passed by the Republican majority in Congress, including reducing the income tax, increasing tariffs on imports, and establishing procedures for all government budgets to be combined for Congress to review and vote on. Following his death while in office, a scandal erupted from some of the incompetent members of his cabinet who had accepted bribes for oil drilling leases in Wyoming and bribes for not prosecuting the crime. He died before the scandal became public knowledge, and neither he nor his vice president Calvin Coolidge were never implicated in the scandal. President Coolidge was a man of few words who famously summed up the 1920s when he said, "The business of America is business." He was re-elected as president less than a year in office against a conservative Democrat and a new Progressive Party candidate. He believed strongly in limited government and vetoed many of the acts of the Republican Congress. He kept a close eye on the budget and cut spending to the bone. He even vetoed bonuses to World War I veterans and farmers as crop prices fell. Herbert Hoover was chosen as the Republican nominee in 1928 when Calvin Coolidge declined to run for another term. Hoover promised to extend the prosperity of Coolidge and Harding and won in a landslide. A Jamaican immigrant in Harlem by the name of Marcus Garvey advocated for individual and racial pride for African Americans. Known as Black nationalism, it built on the work of W.E.B. Du Bois, which advocated for blacks to separate themselves and become economically self-sufficient from white American life. He also sponsored the Back to Africa movement, encouraging African Americans to return to their homeland and improve it with their skills and money. Many blacks disagreed with the Back to Africa movement, but supported his emphasis on racial pride and self-respect. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or clarifications you would like to make about this lecture, please leave a comment below. If you learned something new, please consider leaving a like. If you would like to receive notifications of more content like this, please consider subscribing and ringing the notification bell. If you would like to support this channel and creator financially, please check out the links in the description for merchandise or sites that will provide me direct financial support for the work of this channel. Thank you for your time and have a great day. Class dismissed.